Welcome back to the channel for another video on our 22 WRX. As you guys know, Cobb has just released the launch control and flat foot shifting for our VB platform about a week or two ago. Today's finally the day. It's our turn to test out the launch control. So I already emailed Mikey like the day it came out, of course. He just got back to me yesterday. We have our new revision with our launch control and flat foot shifting. So I'm going to show you guys how to get everything set up with your Accessport on the computer. I'm going to show you guys how to flash the car, and then we're just going to test out the launch control. I'll show you the different RPMs. We're not going to get any draggy times in this video because I still want to get our radiator installed before we start pushing the car really hard, which I'm just going to install it after this video, but for you guys, it'll be the next video. Well, enough talking. Let's jump over to the laptop and I'll show you guys how to get your launch control and flat foot shifting set up. All right, so the first thing you guys are going to need to do is download the Accessport Manager right here. The 3.1.1 is the newest update. We will check once we get everything plugged in. The last update that I did, it said you needed to manually do this update by clicking the update and then update instead of it automatically doing it. Sometimes when you plug the Accessport in, it'll automatically update, but let's get it plugged in and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so everything's loaded up here. All right, so you see here I have my ETS G30 R5, so it's the 5th revision that we've had. So if you click over here on updates, you can see the map notes and everything. So it looks like we had an update not long ago. Looks like that was that. And this is what I was talking about before. So the new one will require, to do all this, what we're doing right now, flashing the launch control and everything, you do need the new version, and then it just says click here to download. So once you have the new one, you're good to go. If you want to check the firmware, you can click this button here. We're good to go. All right, so once you have your new tune from your tuner, mine's right here. I already have it in this folder. We can just drag and drop. So we are R6 now, LC and flat foot shifting. So just so there's no confusion, let's go ahead and delete this one. So we can just click the little trash icon. Now, if you guys do want a photo when you first load up your Accessport, it has like a picture of your car, you can upload a photo and just drag and drop over here. That's what this startup screen is right here. I just have a photo of the car, so when the Accessport turns on, it just shows a cool little picture. But there we go. So that's how you load the file onto your Accessport, and then you definitely just want to eject. You don't want to just unplug it. So let's jump over to the car and I'll show you how to get this flashed. All right, we're in the car, so get your Accessport, get it plugged in. I have this IBR mount, which we made a little video on right when this thing came out. It's really nice. It's like the perfect view, no glare. There's my little startup screen. So let's just get into like the auxiliary mode to start. Let's go down to our tune, and we are, let's just make sure, make sure everything is off. All right, so we are going to go over here. We are going to change ECU map. We are going to ECU reflash. This is a permanent flash that remains even if the ECU loses power. So if you disconnect the battery or anything, you don't need to worry. The tune is still on the car. So click continue. And then just to double check, reflash only, R6, LC, and FFS. Let's go. All right, so if you need to hook it up to a battery tender, we're just going to go ahead and flash it. Here we go. All right, so it just finished that reflash. So now it says turn off and leave ignition off. So click that button, click continue, and it'll go through this very quickly. Yeah, this one's very fast. All right, please turn and leave the ignition in the on position. All right, and this should be one of the last steps. Please turn and leave the ignition in the off position to begin the reinitialization. Do that again. This is a little bit of a process, but it's definitely worth it in the end. Almost there. We'll read it again. Please turn the ignition key to the on position. All right, now we'll click it. All right, we got a green check mark. We are good to go. Map change successful. Please turn the ignition key to the off position for at least 15 seconds. So everything's now off. We're good to go. So we're gonna start this up in just a few seconds. I'll get you guys set up behind the car. We'll get our first cold start in with our new map, and then we'll test out the launch control at different RPMs. Let's go. So after that cold start, I'll just show you how to adjust our launch control and flat foot shifting. So you want to go to that tune menu, go to adjustments. So for flat foot shifting, since I've been on the dyno, I know basically where my peak power is and where I should be shifting. We're going to set this for 6600. And we will set that, and then launch control, we're big turbo. We do need to get this thing spooled up. I'm just gonna set it to 5100 for now. And obviously we will tune this like as we launch the car and test it out. We'll figure out which RPM is best for our power level. But I am gonna show you guys what it sounds like at like 2000, 3000, 4000, and 5000 RPM. So let's go somewhere. I'll let the car warm up. Obviously, we're still cold. We're only at 118 degrees. So once we are warmed up, we'll go to a spot and we'll test out some launch control sounds. Let's go. And we made it back. Hope you guys like those little exhaust clips of the different RPMs. The car sounded really cool inside. The turbo was spooling up. With this big turbo, even at 5,500 RPMs, it was only building like 1 or 2 pounds of boost. So that just shows you how big this turbo is. So anyone else that has a stock turbo, put down in the comments what boost or what PSI your boost goes to with just using the launch control for just a few seconds. It only gets like 1 or 2 pounds on this turbo, but it should be plenty to get out of the hole. And then once it starts moving, it'll spool up and it'll stay in boost with the flat foot shifting. You just don't lift the gas, you just clutch it, shift, clutch it, shift. We will go over the flat foot shifting in a different video when we get some draggy times. I got the draggy in the dash right now all charged up, so I'll probably get some runs very soon. But I'm gonna get this radiator installed. That's gonna be next week's episode. So now since the car is nice and hot, I can get it jacked up and I'll just start draining it and we'll start that process. But that will be next week's video. But stay tuned for more 22WRX content. Obviously we have our radiator install. We have the actual draggy results and everything from our launch control and flat foot shifting. So stay tuned until next time. See you guys.